businesses that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their...
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Grossenberg Implement just made it easier to find good used equipment. Just go to grossenberg.com and see what used equipment we have that you may want to upgrade to. Lots of 2023 units between tractors, combines, and everything in between. Stop into any of our 9 locations or browse online to see what will fit your operation. Grossenberg Implement has several late models available and great financing to help you with the cash flow. Visit with Grossenberg Sales Pros today to...
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Everroot motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses. And quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenels wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Non-stop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book non-stop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Potter County Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan and is focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at dancingsky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Grossenberg Implement just made it easier to find good used equipment. Just go to grossenberg.com and see what used equipment we have that you may want to upgrade to. Lots of 2023 units between tractors, combines, and everything in between. Stop into any of our 9 locations or browse online to see what will fit your operation. Grossenberg Implement has several late models available and great financing to help you with the cash flow. Visit with Grossenberg Sales Pros today to
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Properties and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And now DRG Media Group proudly presents Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Well, thank you very much. We welcome you to another edition of Pierre Governor Volleyball. Governors are at home for the second straight game. They come in off of a loss, although a very well-played 3-game sweep to the hands of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles on Saturday afternoon. Here, their first and only match of the week as they welcome in the Yankton Gazelles. Welcome to our coverage of Pierre Governors Sports and your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. I'm Brian Oakland. Tonight's game is brought to you also within the game by Gales Gas Service in Pierre, by Cowboy Country Stores and Hermanson Endodontics, by Family Dental Offices of Pierre and Gettysburg, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Coca-Cola Bottling, by Comtech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, and Virotech, the South Dakota Highway Safety Office, and Central Dakota Eye Care. And our pregame brought to you by Bank West in Pierre. Bank West for the best. It's Pierre coming in with a mark of 5-9 on the season, having lost 4 matches in a row. Yankton has dropped 3 straight, but they've only won 3 out of 17 over the course of the year. They are 3-14 right now, the first of 4 teams on the outside of the would-be Sodak 16s. They've got a big game coming up. Of course, the Governors aren't much higher. They're at number 15, and they would like to try to add to their likelihood of staying out of the bottom 4. So a big game for both teams coming up tonight. We expect a very competitive match and maybe multiple sets coming up as well. We'll talk about it as we take an opening 3-minute timeout, and that Bank West pregame show comes up, in which we'll take a look at South Dakota volleyball. We call it the state of AA volleyball in our pregame. Also, coaches' conversations, keys to success, and your starting lineups, all that and more. And a look at upcoming Governor sports as we head into the weekend, the Pheasant Opener in South Dakota, as it were. Good luck and all who are heading out this weekend. We wish everybody a safe hunt, first and foremost. In the meantime, as it is camouflage night for the student body here at Riggs High Gym, let's take that 3-minute timeout. We'll check things out in South Dakota AA volleyball when we return. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on your official home of the Governors. And by the way, we are live streaming with the help of Jordan Lutmer and Live Ticket. You can watch this match coming up on the drgnews.com website and the River 92.7 page, as well as the DRG News app. Governor Volleyball, your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastормroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today. Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Back at Riggs High Gym and into our Bank West pregame show. And for all of those on the road, whether they're coming in for the hunt or going to high school sporting events, or really it doesn't matter the occasion, on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, as we do as well, we remind everybody to buckle up every trip, every time, no matter how far. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. It's Brian Oakland alongside. We've got John Neff running the show in studio, in addition to Jordan Lutmer running camera for Live Ticket tonight. Once again, drgnews.com has the video on the River 92.7 page. This match is also available on GoGovs.live. Here's what's happened so far. We've got the Yankton Gazelles coming in here to the gym. Yankton last played a week ago tonight when they hosted Brandon Valley. They dropped a straight set verdict, though, 25-12, 25-11, and 25-18. If you're drawing comparisons, the Governors played at Brandon Valley a couple of weeks ago and got a win over Brandon Valley in the first game, 25-19, but at about that 8-8 mark of the second set, Brandon Valley just figured some things out, and they dominated that match the rest of the way. And from that point, you can look at Brandon Valley and the Pierre matchup, basically similar results to what Yankton had with Brandon Valley at Summit Center a week ago tonight. The Governors, as we mentioned earlier, last played on Saturday, and they did drop 3 straight to Aberdeen Central, but the matchup, so the scores in these sets, 25-23, 25-19, 25-21, as far as the Governors go and how their season has gone, much more competitive against a pretty good volleyball squad in Aberdeen Central than what the Governors have fared and how they fared against some of the other top teams in the state. Earlier this week, volleyball that has occurred already on Monday, Brandon Valley, in fact, then was swept by O'Gorman. And then T-Area picked up their first win of the year. They defeated Madison out of Class A 3-1. So congrats to the Titans on getting off the schneid and one in the win column for this season there. But then Tuesday, matches had Sioux Falls Roosevelt defeating Huron 3-1. Jefferson over Mitchell in straight sets. Sioux Falls Washington swept Brookings up in Brookings 3-0. Watertown also an impressive sweep of Sioux Falls Lincoln. Then out west, Rapid City Stevens beat Douglas 3-1. Spearfish won at Belle Fourche 3-0. 8 matches on the docket for tonight, featuring AA teams, including this one here, Yankton in the capital city. Aberdeen Central is hosting Harrisburg. Huron against Sioux Falls Jefferson at the arena. Brookings goes to Sioux Falls Lincoln. Watertown plays host to Sioux Falls Washington. And then Roosevelt hosting T-Area. And out west in the Black Hills Conference, Douglas goes to Hot Springs, and Sturgis will play at Lee Deadwood. To round out the weekend, Rapid City Stevens and Central will go to the Metro. It'll be Stevens at O'Gorman, Central playing at Brandon Valley. In the west tomorrow night, Spearfish hosts Mapialuta High School, which is the new name of Red Cloud High School. Then Saturday, Central and Stevens go flip-flop. They go O'Gorman and Brandon Valley, respectively. Douglas is also going to host a tournament on Saturday that'll feature Class A and B teams in addition to the Patriots. Next action into the week ahead has Yankton playing host to Class A's Beersford. And then after that, there'll be an action the following weekend, Friday and Saturday, when they go to Rapid City Central and Stevens. And then that'll be Friday night. They'll play both of those schools, and then they'll go further up to the Northern Hills and play Sturgis and Spearfish on Saturday. And I think they'll be traveling with, I want to say, well, I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that a little bit later on. Governors, after tonight, will be next in action here at Riggs High Gym. They'll host the Huron Tigers for the second time in 2 weeks, and then they've got home games also the following Friday, a week from tomorrow against O'Gorman, and a week from Saturday at Aberdeen Central. So that's the look at where we are right now. Actually, where we are in the power rankings as Harrisburg unbeaten, 17-0. Jefferson once beaten at 12-1. The 2 spot, O'Gorman, Watertown, Sioux Falls, Washington, and Roosevelt are in the top 6, along with Spearfish at 17-5. Aberdeen Central, after their win over the Governors, is 10-4. They're the 8th seed. And then the bottom 6 in the top 16 have Rapid City Stevens, Brookings, Sioux Falls Lincoln, Brandon Valley, Rapid City Central at 13, Huron, and then the Governors at 5-9 in the 15 spot coming into tonight, just ahead of Douglas, who is 7-13. That's your top 16. Yankton is the first of the 4 teams on the outside looking in. The Gazelles are 3-14, and they're followed by Mitchell, Sturgis, and now T Area, who is has one in the win column based on Monday night's win over Madison. There you go, the state of volleyball in Class AA here in our Bank West pregame. Let's take a 3-minute step aside, and we're back to visit with the coaches. We'll hear from Taylor Stacy of the Gazelles later on, but we start with Kerry Wheelhouse, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care are 3 minutes away. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Here we go into Keys to Success. Another home game for the Pierre Governors heading down the home stretch. In fact, Kerry Wheelhouse, the head coach, with us, and off of a loss last weekend to Aberdeen Central, your most recent. But after that match, Coach, I think we agreed that that was some of the best volleyball, win or lose, that we've seen all season long. Pretty good time to start playing your best volleyball as you've got nothing but big ones coming up.
Yeah, we've got a lot of big games. Tonight's one of those to try and get the momentum back in the win streak. win columns, get those going, and then looking forward to next week. Those are all 3 must play really well, must win games to keep us up in the standings so that we can get into that SODEX 16.
So again, with Aberdeen, what was working really well that you liked that maybe you hadn't seen too much this season?
Yeah, just everything finally coming together. So some of the stuff that, we'd been working on, we'd have games, against Harrisburg. We had a really great back row, but our front row couldn't get it done. And then we've had other times where our front row is getting it done, our back row can't pick it up on a serve receive. So finally seeing some of that come together, and now the momentum going forward is just taking that momentum of those good games and then adding some different offensive looks. For us, we really worked on doing some different stuff this week instead of just a typical outside high ball, middle high ball, trying to do some different things so that we can give some different looks.
Yankton is next up here. This is a team that, just like you, starving for wins, and they're even more starving because they're on the outside looking in. It's a team, though, that historically has just been a lot better than their record indicates, kind of like you are, and we've got quite a dogfight coming up.
Yeah, they're hungry for a win. I think they're on a 3-game loss streak, and we're coming off even longer than that. So it's going to be a fight to it. I don't ever put anything past them because it's always one of those that, if you look past them, they're going to come past you. And I know last year we thought we were going to have a win against them down at Yankton and ended up coming away with a loss. So the girls are really focused on that, looking at it and preparing for it like any other game that we've had. We don't really look at their win-loss record. We more just are getting ready. And even more so this week, we've been concentrating more on ourselves, not even worried about what they're going to be doing on their side, because a lot of these games that we've lost, we beat ourselves in the little mistakes.
Amazing how many times volleyball coaches say we're only worried about what's going on our side of the net, but it really, what's the point of game planning if you've got issues on your own side?
Yeah, because you can play defense against them, but if you can't get your side going and get the passes up and get your sets and your front row putting it away, there's not much planning for what kind of attacks are coming at you. So we're just really focusing on getting ourselves ready on our side of the court, cleaning up our mistakes, working on keeping those serves in, working on, our attacks being a little more clean, consistent, and then working on our blocks, just making sure that we get that front row defense going.
So if you haven't game planned for them, what at least is the first thing you think of, or the few things that you think of that you'll see from the Gazelles tonight?
Yeah, seeing from them that they're salty, that, they're really going to be working hard to get against us. They've got some younger players on the team, but that just means that, they're not going to be in this is where I should be playing in the defense, or I'm going to go kind of for everything. So we kind of saw that in the JV game already. So just getting prepared for that and ready for those hits and some different balls coming over the net, because, they don't have some really big swings, but they've got those that, are going to get dumped over on us.
If they're not strong, they are always quick, though, and that can be a problem for.
Yeah, that can be a problem definitely for our front row, attack side. We've got to find those holes and find where they're not going to be, and places that they can't get to.
All right, Coach, going to be fun tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Kerry Wheelhouse, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, with coach's comments and keys to success that are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's step aside and hear from them. We're back with Taylor Stacy, the head coach of the Yankton Gazelles, as keys to success and Pierre Governor volleyball continue on River 92.7.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new, innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128, for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Our keys to success will continue with Taylor Stacy, the head coach of the Yankton Gazelles. Coach, we get down to the home stretch of the season. I know you're fighting for wins. It just seems like they're hard to come by, but I still get the sense, and I think I thought this last year too, and you proved it last year, you guys are always a better team than your record indicates. I think you've been competing pretty well. You just haven't found ways to win, and sometimes with a young lineup, that just kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, there's definitely a few things that play into that. Like you said, we have a very young team. We graduated 8 seniors last year, and so we have a pretty fresh team out there. And then we start our season with a lot of more difficult teams, like our Sioux Falls teams we start out with. And so that we do compete, and we did compete. We took a couple sets from some of those schools, but it just wasn't enough to get some wins. And so we're definitely hoping to get some wins towards the end of the season. I know we built confidence last year, and so we're hoping to do that again this year.
I'm a firm believer when you play the best teams, especially early on, it makes you a better team down the stretch.
Yeah, it pushed us to be better. We knew what we had to do, and the girls then competed and kind of built to that level. And so hopefully that we can bring that tonight into the rest of our matches this year.
What are the things then that you're seeing the most marked improvement in your team so far?
So far, we struggled starting strong right away. And so the past few games, we've started our sets ahead. And so that's what we're going to try to do again tonight. But that's been an improvement, a huge improvement, because it'll set the tone for the rest of the match. And so the girls have been doing a really nice job of that. And we're just being more aggressive and being smarter with where we place the ball up at the net. And so the girls are doing a nice job placing the ball where the opponent can't get to it.
Okay, pretty good matchup with Pierre. I think on paper there's a lot of similarities, and I'm sure you feel like as you are the first team on the outside looking in so far, you're kind of feeling this as a must-win, aren't you?
Yes, we definitely need a win here tonight. But we know that Pierre is really scrappy, and that's what we've seen, and that's how Pierre has been for many years. And so we just need to be ready for anything on our side, anything to come our way, and we just need to have eyes on the ball all the time.
How much have you seen on game planning at all, or are you still trying to fix things on your own side?
You know, we're maintaining, or we're focusing more on our side of the net yet, but we do know that Pierre is really scrappy, and we just need to get around the blockers as well, because they are a good defensive team, and so we need to be ready for that.
I think keys for teams that are still trying to find their way is mainly stay out of the errors, minimize your errors. How's that going?
That's exactly what I've been saying to these girls. We need to limit our errors, limit our mistakes, and just be smart with how we're playing.
Effort errors are one thing. You can live with those, though, right?
Yep, for sure.
All right, other keys to success tonight, Corinne?
Just communication. Lots of communication, lots of talk. Where's the ball going? Who's going to get to it?
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
That's Taylor Stacy, the second-year head coach of the Yankton Gazelles. Her comments and keys to success also brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's pause for 2 minutes, and we are back with starting lineups. We'll begin that when we return with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Are you looking to make a change? A career, not just a job. Beck Motor Company is seeking a dedicated and skilled general service technician to join our dynamic team. If you're passionate about automotive service and looking for a rewarding career, we want to hear from you. 2 to 4 years required minimum related experience and or training. Flag rate or hourly options available, 401k, free individual health insurance, paid leave, a company cabin in the Black Hills, on-site gym, and more. Contact Dave Lemieux at 605-224-5912 or stop by Beck Motors for more information.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Shop Dakota Mart for the freshest produce, highest quality meats, and delicious bakery items. And shopping Dakota Mart is easier because of the spacious aisles. Everything's easy to find, and you have a clean shopping environment. Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy offers free delivery and mail out too. Thrifty, local, convenient. Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Quick run through the EnviroTech starting lineups coming up as our pregame countdown is just upon us. Starters brought to you by EnviroTech in Pierre. The Governors will most likely bring Ava Swenson in the back row, 5'5" and a senior. Savannah Fullerton, a 5'8" senior in the middle up front. J.C. Bauer, the 5'10" senior on the outside. Molly Olson will start as a setter, a 5'6" sophomore. And Addison Soma setting and hitting, 5'9" and a senior, with Campbell Cronin, the 5'11" senior middle hitter. For the Governors, Grace Hanton is the libero, a 5'8" senior. And we should also see Kira Gossman, a senior, off the bench. Ellie Browers will set up through the front line. Sloan Waldron and Hadley Hart will play some back row as well. For the 5-9 Pierre Governors, head coach Kerry Wheelhouse is assisted by Chloe Kaiser, Kim Byerly, and Peyton Gall. Here are the Yankton Gazelles, starting with libero Maddie Smith, a 5'4" sophomore. Jocelyn Pearson is an up front hitter, a 5'10" junior. Olivia Dimmer, a 5'9" senior in the middle. Gracie Gutzman, a 5'10" junior on the outside. Ellie Drotzman, a freshman frontline player at 5'9". Berkeley Olson, a 5'6" sophomore hitter. And Elena Nelson is the primary setter, the 5'6" sophomore for the Gazelles and their head coach, Taylor Stacy. Starting lineups from EnviroTech. We pause for 90 seconds and we'll give you game officials and other things when we return with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
EnviroTech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, EnviroTech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call EnviroTech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. EnviroTech has you covered. With medical clinics strategically located throughout South Dakota and southwest Minnesota, Access Health provides comprehensive medical care for all ages, regardless of ability to pay. Whether your need is for a routine wellness checkup, attention for an acute illness or injury, or chronic disease management, the friendly staff at Access Health stands ready to serve you. At Access Health, your family will receive the high-quality, personal, customized medical care that you deserve without the wait. Access Health, where you are our priority. Contact your local Access Health clinic today.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Back at Riggs High Gym, and we just heard from the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, their Division of Consumer Protection. They sponsor our Law on the Court tonight. That's our game officials. They are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school volleyball, and we always thank our game officials for doing a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Manning the net tonight will be Darren Buck, the R1. The R2 on the floor is Carla Lynn. And our line judges in the corners will feature Callie Reimers and Rachel Arbach. Those are our game officials, Darren Buck, Carla Lynn, Callie Reimers, Rachel Arbach. Thank you all for being our Law on the Court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Governor Volleyball against the Yankton Gazelles tonight on River 92.7. Governor Football at Hollister Field, Phil Trotner Stadium, where the Governors host the 6-1 Spearfish Spartans. 6:25 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Big game coming up. Looking forward to it. Let's get you to volleyball. Our opening serve is brought to you by Comtech in Pierre, and we serve it up after this from Comtech.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech Communication and Electronic Sales and Service on the lower truck bypass in Pierre. Good evening, everybody. Brian Oakland with play-by-play. Pierre Governor Volleyball is on the air. The Governors at home at Riggs High Gym. Dressed in home whites tonight with the green numbers, black trunks. They'll take on the Yankton Gazelles out here in road red with black numbers and black trunks as well. It'll be Yankton hitting right to left as you visualize this or as you watch it on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. And you can catch it on your phone on the DRG News smartphone app as well. Liberos for both teams will be wearing black. We're going to have a little bit of time, I think, to get used to the black on the bright red of the Yankton Gazelles. We'll see how that goes. Governors will serve first, and our Comtech opening serve is coming up. Yankton out there with Elena Olson setting again. Elena Nelson setting. Berkeley Olson playing up front along with Ellie Drotzman. Governors counter with Addison Soma, Savannah Fullerton, and J.C. Bauer up front as Molly Olson, the sophomore setter, puts it in play. First play out by the Gazelles and a good hammer across, but a punch-up dig used by the Governors. And Grace Hanton with the dig, but then Ava Swenson with the pass up front to J.C. Bauer, who will hit one off the net and get it to go. And the Governors will score first, scoring on their first return off of that opening serve. Olson serves again left to right. Yankton will hit from the right side. Olson ranged over but couldn't reach it. And it's a scoring kill for Berkeley Olson. So we've got a 1-1 tie. Of course, every serve resulting in a point here in rally scoring. Off the bench, Hallie Wertman, a 5'5" sophomore, checking in to serve. Here we'll play it up. Swenson to Olson, and then outside left, and J.C. Bauer. Good court vision here. Didn't really need to put a big swing on it. Put it right down in the middle of the Gazelle campfire, and it's good as the Governors take that side out once again, and they lead 2-1. Good serve across, going deep with Savannah Fullerton. Yankton will return it softly from Jocelyn Pearson. A chance here for Campbell Cronin up front. Set by Soma, but Cronin unable to time it right and get on top. That'll be a miss for Cronin going long, and Yankton ties it up again at 2-2. Libero is Maddie Smith for the Gazelles. Serving right to left across, close to the net. Good save by Soma, but as she turns around, her shoulder brushes the net. Addie Soma got it across, which was necessary. The serve return was a little too close for the Governors. That'll be an error. They'll give Yankton their first lead, 3-2 Gazelles. Going up the middle to Olson once again is Maddie Smith. This time Soma to Campbell Cronin. And this is a cross and down in the middle of the Gazelle half of the court. Quick lead change, but now a tie again at 3, serving 3 as J.C. Bauer rotates to serve for the Governors. Swenson is out of the back line. Kira Gossman in up front for the first time for Pierre. 3-3. Pearson tapped one over again and then pushing it back across, and Cronin tried to push it away. She might have pushed the ball into the net, but Carla Lynn saw a hand on net as well. And another error for Pierce. So 3 of those already helping Yankton to a 4-3 lead. Check the server here. Kaylor Luhlman, a 5'5", make it a 5'7" junior. Her turn to serve. We also see Jade Jerry, a 5'7" sophomore, in up front for the first time tonight for Yankton. Governors on the move outside right, but Campbell Cronin is blocked. From the middle, Olivia Dimmer, who I think is the one name I recognize as having seen the most of over the years on this Yankton squad. Oh, big shot here for Cronin, but dug up out of the back row. Jerry takes a swing. Bauer and Campbell Cronin and Soma are there, but they'll block it back out of bounds. NJ Jerry giving Yankton their 3rd in a row and a 6-3 lead for the Gazelles. Serve played up nicely by Olson. This time Kira Gossman takes a swing. Cross-court effort, and Gossman perfectly angled this time out of the reach. Out of the reach of Wertman.
for Yankton playing through the back line. It'll be 4 serving 6. Yankton had 3 in a row. Soma will try to counter. And she rotates to serve. Goes deep up the middle. Serve back to the net. Nice play out of there by Luhlman. And then the Governors return it to the net. And it even comes across. And that's Dimmer with a chance to put it away. So Yankton holding Pierre to a 1 and done. Now 7-4. The Gazelles lead as they get Berkeley Olson back in up front. Workman out of the back line. And serving is Jocelyn Pearson. Ellie Brower's in, back pedaling to play this one up. Here's a shot for Gossman. That's up to the basketball structure. It comes right back off of the block to the Gazelles. That's a big break for Yankton. Now a push away, free ball from the Govs, and Grace Hanton. Here's a swing to the back corner, and that'll work from the middle. Once again, Olivia Dimmer, who has a block and 2 kills, scoring the last 3 points for the Gazelles. And Yankton leads early, game number 1, 8-4. Pearson ready to go again from the right to the left across the net. Hanton will pass one up to Sloan Waldron, setting in the front row. That's a good pass. That's a good set. And that's a good spike kill for Campbell Cronin. Waldron with the set assist. Yankton off to a good start, and that's exactly what Coach Taylor Stacy had said in our pregame conversation, how they've improved over the course of the year. They've gotten off to better starts, and they've been able to settle in and play better volleyball as a result. Big shot by the Governors, dug up, and now a shot for Gossman. The dig back to the net, and maybe the Gazelles were waiting for a play up out of that, but it never came. That's Gossman scoring another. I think Browers with the set assist this time. Now 8-6. The Governors cut a 4-point deficit down to 2. Hanton with a dig. Denying Berkeley Olson. Now the Governors with a shot, but Yankton able to defend. The Governors have a block, but kept alive by Maddie Smith. Jerry will clear to the back line. Trouble, and Alexis Schleckaway back there, but was not able to get one back. This is going to be a kill on the right side for Jade Jerry. Jerry, a sophomore this year. I remember her playing last year as a freshman. Yankton continuing to employ the youth movement. Last year, they really stunned a pretty good Governor volleyball team down at the Summit Center. 3 hits in the return for the Govs. Not going to get it done, as Fullerton returns it out of bounds. That's the second serve return error that the Governors have been guilty of. And now miscommunication, and we've got a service ace. This time for Olivia Dimmer. First ace for either team. Yankton outplaying the Govs so far. It's 11-6. First set on the way to 25. Dimmer goes far side right. Again, played by Schleckaway. She'll get it in the return. On the run, half-hearted swing across. Jerry has a chance for the Gazelles, but will miss this one. Out of bounds on the near side. Cross court. First error of any kind for the Gazelles tonight. Floor error, receiving error, serving error. 7th point scored by the Governors. But Yankton's had a couple of 3-point rallies that have helped them open up a bit of a cushion so far. Jerry with a hot shot. Eating up Grace Hanton this time. Jerry now with 3 in a row. Jerry, the sophomore, may, judging by that swing, and I was kind of a hunch coming in anyway, she might swing the biggest bat, the heaviest bat, if you will, for anybody from Yankton. Gazelles will sub. They bring in number 15, Elena Nelson, to serve, and that's a serving error out of bounds on her right side. Back to a 4-point ball game. 12-8, Yankton leading as Browers checks out in place of Molly Olson. She's on to serve, and Molly missing short. So the return of the favor here by the Govs. 13-8, Yankton has it again, and they'll rotate again. A 5'5 sophomore, Hallie Wertman, checking in. Governors also have J.C. Bauer up front, along with Savannah Fullerton. Here is Soma returning the serve. back to Soma from Olsen, just a push away. Nelson setting up Jocelyn Pearson here. The Governors able to put it up in the air. They'll push it back. But a double hit is called by Darren Buck as Grace Hanton put it across. Grace looks maybe a little flustered on that. I didn't really see a lot of goofy rotation on it, but it's a point to Yankton, and it's 14-8. Yankton leading by 6, and we will be taking a 30-second timeout. Timeouts in our broadcast are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling, so grab a Coke in return in 30 seconds. This is Governor Volleyball.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Welcome back to the Oahu Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahu Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Of 14-8. Governor Volleyball brought to you throughout the season by your Pierre Sports marketing partners, who include, among other folks, All Around Graphics, American Bank and Trust, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Coca-Cola Bottling, Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, and us, James River Broadcasting and DRG Media Group, your official home of Pierre Governor Athletics. Governors get a bit of luck on their side coming out of it. A little half-hearted return by J.C. Bauer. And this one falls out of the reach of the Gazelles. Actually, Addison Soma is given the kill. And the scoreboard has another one for Soma that I had maybe for J.C. Bauer earlier. Yankton's going to commit an error on the return this time. With a 14-8 deficit, has been cut back to 4 again. 10 serving 14, Savannah Fullerton burns one across, played up by Maddie Smith. Yankton will set up outside left, but Pearson will swing. That's long and out of bounds. And the Governors, Yankton had some rhythm on that sequence, but the Govs in the last 3 points all of a sudden have some rhythm back. Another pass up front. Yankton might have crossed the line, but we play on. They return. The Govs defend, although it's a free ball on the return. First touched by freshman Ellie Drotzman. Here's Pearson palming one across. It'll be to Swenson. To Olsen. Soma outside on the right. Did Yankton get underneath that? There's whistles, but boy, Yankton thought they had a pancake. Actually, the whistle is for another net violation, and Soma on the push up front, apparently grazing the net. Boy, good point. Well played on both sides, but unfortunately finishes with a violation. And the Governors lose serve again to Maddie Smith and Yankton, who lead 15-11. Lib to Lib. Smith across to Hanton. Good pass to Soma. Quick set. Campbell Cronin blocked well, and there's a double hit for the Gazelles as they try to set up a set pass. Governors will take another point, and that's a kind of a rare one and done lately here for Yankton. 15-12, but 12 serving 15. Govs trail by 3. Bauer next in line to do the honors. Left to right. Put it across. Yankton returns. Pearson, though, dug out by Kira Gossman. Olsen pushes one deep to the Yankton side. Then the Gazelles will try one, but that one will miss to the left side, and Taylor Stacy sensing a little bit of trouble. Good time for a timeout here, her first of 2, and another Coca-Cola break in the action. 15-13, it's still Yankton on top. Game number 1 at Riggs High Gym. We're back in 30 on River 92.7.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the Oahu Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahu Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
8, so Pierre working on a 5-1 rally. Here, game number 1. Pierre Sports Marketing Partners helping us out, also including Eisberg Funeral Home, Olinger Law Firm, and the Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce, as well as Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Capital City Campus, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. More of our Pierre Sports Marketing Partners. We're back at it as Yankton returns the Governor's serve. Kira Gossman swings. There is Olivia Dimmer on the other side. And once again, Yankton and their senior leader, Olivia Dimmer, with a block point. Out of the timeout, it'll be Yankton taking the serve right back. Side out, Gazelles, 16 serving 13. Kaylor Lewelman, the junior off the bench, to serve it right to left. It'll be Hanton to play it up to Soma. Here's Gossman. Off to a good start, and Gossman has another one. Kira Gossman with 3 down, and all 3 of Kira Gossman, well, 2 of the 3 have been at that little half swing variety. She had 1 cross-court winner a short time ago. 14 serving 16. Now Browers off the bench in up front. Here's Dimmer to take a swing. Doesn't put much on it. Soma back to the net, kept alive by Browers, pushed away from the back line of the Govs. Now it's Pearson, but she can only palm it across, and just as effective as an up-in-the-air tip over the top of the block. And Jocelyn Pearson will pick up her first kill. 7 kills so far for the Gazelles. I've got 8, in fact, for the Govs. But it's Yankton still in front by a field goal, 17-14. Pearson, net serve, but it'll bounce across and out of bounds on the far side near the scorer's table. Second serving error, and back to Pierre it goes again. Fullerton in up front. Cronin out as Hatton, technically out, then back in to serve at libero. Good swing here by Berkeley Olsen, but the Govs will defend. Now Browers takes her first swing of the evening and just misses it. Ellie, the left-hander, swinging from the Governor right side. Trying to use every inch of that back left corner, but it was just a little bit long, and it's back to Yankton again. 18-15. This is the kind of volleyball I really expect all night long. If this match, honestly, doesn't go 5 sets, I'd be a little surprised. Very evenly matched. Here's a hook by Browers off the net. It comes over, but Yankton gets underneath it. Now it's Waldron back to the Governors, to Browers, and a big one here for Kira Gossman. Kira providing the biggest line of smoke so far. That was a fastball. Actually, Jerry had one earlier for the Gazelles, and now Gossman gives Pierre an emphatic side out. As we trade side outs from 3 points to 2-point leads. Back to 2 at 16-18. It was Swenson on to serve. She'll get the return back from the Gazelles. Here's Browers off the block. Jerry with a good keep alive. Now a chance for Berkeley Olsen. Pierre gets a block on that. Two-hander is back for Pierre. It is Ellie Browers once again. Browers with a kill, the two-hander. Pierre with a service point, 17-18. And I'm thinking about last Saturday when we went with Browers for player of the game, just things like that, and embracing a role that has her playing only halftime instead of full rotations. The Browers has really come up here and provided some spark for the Governors. She's got another one. A dig by the Gazelles back over the net. Browers on the right side goes high to put it back down. And Ellie has her Governors back even with Yankton. It's 18-18. We're knotted up in the first set on the way to 25. Yankton's second charge timeout. It's sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling, and we're back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Volleyball.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck
Back
Energy.
to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Trying to keep it going as we play to the later stages of our first set here at Riggs High Gym. One of 8 matches going on in Class AA or featuring AA teams tonight in South Dakota. We'll keep you updated with scores as much as we can. And Darren Buck off of an Ava Swenson serve decides to blow the whistle. The music ended late in the timeout. So wave that last one off. We still have an 18-18 tie. Brian Oakland, play-by-play. Glad to have you along here on Thursday night. Governor football on senior night from Hollister Field against Spearfish coming your way tomorrow. As we get back at it, this time Yankton tries to return the serve, but Jay Jerry back near the 10-foot line off the net in a sharp angle, couldn't get it to go, and the Governors lead for the first time since they led 2-1 in this opening set. 19-18, Jerry up high and blocked. This time, ace block here for J.C. Bauer. First block point for the Governors. Now Pierre hits the 20-point mark first as they lead 20-18, and Ava Swenson will continue in serve. Maddie Smith gets to it, but she'll force the setter, Luhlman, to run it down, and Yankton unable to clear as they stay low. Taylor Stacy will send in reinforcements here. Kayla Luhlman, second setter, is out. Gracie Gutzman, a 5'10 junior, back in. And Elena Nelson, the setter, or the primary setter, is also back on. 21-18, but just that little stoppage of play. And Swenson comes back with a service error. That was 6 in a row run off by Pierre. Yankton now back within 2. It's 19, serving 21. This is Nelson to serve. Waldron plays it up to Browers and then outside right to Fullerton. But as she ranges, maybe took her eye off of it, she'll leave it low and in the net. Kind of an unforced error there by the Governors. And it is 20, serving 21. Yankton back within 1 again. They'll go to Waldron again. Then Browers. Now Fullerton, more conventional from the left side. Hits it across. Savannah blocking up front. Yankton keeping it alive at the net. They'll push it back. Browers out to Bauer again. Block back. Far side, out of bounds. J.C. Bauer with just her second kill so far. She's had some really good starts in recent matches. This time, Pierre is really spread it around. They've got 5 different scorers in the kill column, anywhere between 2 and 4 kills so far. Olsen back on to serve, but for the second time in a row, leaves it low and into the net. And Yankton will have it back. It's 22-21 Pierre. Opening set, third service error now for the Govs, but they're second in a row. And then the Gazelles will ask Hallie Wertman to serve it away. A little bit of trouble here, but Pierre pushes it back as Hatton takes charge. Here come the Gazelles on the run. Swing it across. Soma spins. Second hit is over. First play by Nelson. Then the libero gets it up to the hitter, but they'll get it across softly. Bauer takes a swing. Yankton with the block and the point. Up front, number 10 is the freshman Ellie Drotzman, who was standing right in front of me at the concession stand before we went on the air tonight. Big point for the freshman. We're tied again at 22-22. Soma, feet on the floor, clears away the serve return. Now it's Pearson with a chance off of a bump pass. Nice dig by Swenson. Pushed across by Molly Olsen, but it is wide, out of bounds, and Yankton takes the lead again at 23-22, and we will use our full allotment of timeouts for both teams as the Governors take their second and final timeout here in set number 1. Yankton's got some momentum back on their side. It's crunch time in the first when we come back. 23-22 Yankton. A 30-second Coke break. You're listening to Governor Volleyball.
Their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Governors misfiring of late, giving up 3 in a row, but now out of the timeout, which apparently was well timed. Allie Wertman will leave one low and in the net. And we're tied at 23-23. Fullerton comes up and hits a home run ball that sails upward and outward. Governors with 3 missed serves in a row now. And it's 24-23. Yankton's got a game point situation here in the first set. Serving for the game is Maddie Smith. Bauer returns. Swing is blocked. Here has to free ball it back as they're able to keep it alive. Now it's Nelson setting up Olivia Timmer. And the Governors get the better end of this one. That one didn't clear, although Campbell Cronin was there waiting to block. So, first set and 25 points, not going to be enough to win it. Because we've got a 24-24 tie. Yankton unable to get their first set point to finish. It's Bauer to serve for the Governors. Nelson leaves it here for Gutzman. Tapper across. Here's Kira Gossman. Meanwhile, and Gossman gets one. A little tippy tap off the block, and now the Governors lead 25-24, and they've got their first game point here in the first set. Bauer with a chance to finish it. Left to right. Good line drive played up here by the libero. Now Gutzman outside right. There's Molly Olson to dig it. Soma will leave it for Hanton. Has to stay on the floor. Push it back. Chance outside for Jocelyn Pearson, and Yankton will counter. And Pearson will make it a 25-25 tie game. Jocelyn Pearson with a couple of kills so far. Both teams have had maybe too many errors to this point, but still both teams have done some nice things early on here in this first set. Who gets the advantage off of this point? We'll find out. Kaylor Luhlman is in to serve. We've had a number of rotations already here in this first game. Luhlman serve played up by Olson. There is Soma. Tap. Good for Campbell Cronin. Cronin. Sometimes, as an offensive-minded fan, I really like to see swings, but you got to appreciate the court vision there for Campbell Cronin. The tapper good, and it's 26-25 Govs. Here's Dimmer, who gets one off of a Cronin block. But then, as Olson tries to keep it in play, she'll hit it up to student body Camo. And Yankton will score again. Dimmer's third kill. 20-25, not enough. As we are tied now, 26-26. Pearson is back to serve for the Gazelles. Soma with a misplay. That's an ace for Jocelyn Pearson. And Yankton has their second game point now. They had one at 24-23. Pierre fought it off. Pierre couldn't finish at 25-24, nor at 26-25. Pearson again, and this is much too much in the serve. The Governors get a break, and we tie at 27. Both teams have had games like this a handful of times combined over the course of the season. Serving for Pierre is Grace Hanton. Nice play by Maddie Smith to keep it off the floor. The backhander is over for the Govs by necessity, but there is Berkeley Olson to block it and put it home. And the Gazelles with 4 block points here in this first set, helping their cause to a 28-27 lead now. Game point number 3 for Yankton. Dimmer to serve it. Soma plays it this time. Olson runs it down, and then a push back by Kira Gossman to the middle back. Pearson with a long run down. The Govs had a chance. It was Fullerton, but she couldn't put it home. It stayed on the Pierce side. And that's a great hustle play by Kaylor Luhlman. who essentially gets the kill to finish off game number 1, and Yankton claims it in extra time and extra points. It's the Gazelles 29, the Governors 27. Your Gales Gas Service scoreboard has Yankton on top, 1-0. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre as we pause for 2 minutes, and we'll come back and go to game number 2. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Your official home of the Govs is River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
The best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Evergreen motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Pierre will get a push pass up from Addie Soma to J.C. Bauer to start game number 2. Bauer taps one into the block, but it'll fall for the Governors, and they'll strike first with a side-out point. Comtech first serve put in play by Yankton here in the second set. Now by Molly Olson that is returned up front, and Savannah Fullerton able to put it away for the Govs. Savannah with her first kill of the night. A little bit of a misplay there by Hallie Wertman in the middle back for the Gazelles. She'll get another crack at it. This one stays on the Yankton side, but unable to give the setter, Lulman, enough time to run it down. And this is the first ace of the night for the Governors, and it goes to Molly Olson. Pierre off to his 3-0 start. Pierre probably feels like they gave that game away. Yankton, had they lost that set, probably would have felt the same. Now Olson leaves her third serve of the night in the net. It's 3-1. Pierre, it's the quicker start so far here in the second set. We'll see what Jocelyn Pearson can do. Olson will take the first pass on the return. Bauer swings, but it's dug up by Pearson. Now Jerry swings for Yankton, and the Gazelles will score. There was a Governor block there, but that one fell right between Olson and Swenson in the back line. And each one may be making assumptions on that one. Jerry with 4 kills early on in this one. Just started second set. She had 3 in the first. Here is Bauer. Her tap is blocked right back to her. Soma goes softly across, and then it's returned to Hanton. Then Olson. Now a fuller swing for J.C. Bauer, and it is good. Side out back to Pierre. J.C. Bauer with 2 kills in the first 4 points of the second set to match her total through the first game. Pierre had 14 kills. Yankton with just 10 in that first set, unofficially. Yankton has to free ball the return of serve. Here's a power tap by Soma, but that's returned. Dimmer swings for Yankton. Swenson covers it up. Then a bump pass back by Bauer. Pushed back again by Soma. Here comes Jerry on a bump pass. Nice swing. Great one-handed dig by Molly Olson. Swenson takes charge. Pushes it back. Here's Dimmer swinging. The Governors are in the net. Boy, a good point there. Good hustle. Good hands play on both sides of the net. But a net violation called against the Governors. They had 9 errors in that first game compared to 7 on the floor. Here with 2 receiving errors compared to 1. And now a net serve for the Gazelles. And it'll crawl across, and it's an ace for Olivia Dimmer. Her second ace of the night, third of the evening for the squad. From the southeast, 4-4. Soma pushes one back, second touch. Cronin gets a tapper, then passes to Olsen, who comes outside left, and J.C. Bauer able to swing and score. 5-4. Second set, the Govs are down a set. Again, Yankton got that first one in extra points, 29-27. Gossman back in up front. She had a great first game, leading all scorers with 5 kills. Net serve is returned by Yankton. Jerry ranging outside right on the slide, but she'll miss on the cross-court attempt. Far side to near. Out of bounds, and it's a point to Pierce, 6-4. Danger here for the Gazelles as Maddie Smith returned the serve right back to the kitchen of Campbell Cronin. She slams it home. A good serve to start from J.C. Bauer. Now 3 in a row again for Pierre. 7-4. And Bauer burns one past Pearson this time. Hot shot ace for the Governors. And they lead by 4 now, 8-4. Here trying to get the momentum and for their sake, hopefully keep it throughout this second set. After coughing up the first one. Swing on the outside this time for Berkeley Olsen, asking for a touch. Won't get it. 5 in a row for the Governors, and a timeout is taken by Yankton. Coca-Cola timeout here. Now 9-4. We're in the second, but Yankton leading a game with the first one as you listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball. We're back in 30 seconds.
The holidays are coming.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses. And quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Marketing partners who include Comtech, Peer Dental Clinic, Pitts Design and Build, Red Rosa, First Dakota National Bank, and Delta Dental in Pierre. Yankton, not much on the return of the Governors serve. The Governors have to tap one back in return, though. Here's Jerry set up, and she'll have it blocked right back. The stuff, but Jerry does a great job in keeping it alive, and then a collision between Olsen and Bauer in the back line will cause a double touch on the part of Bauer. And the 5-point rally comes to an end for Pierre with their second hitting error of the second set. 5 serving 9 now. Elena Nelson. Sophomore setter in. Governors will set up with Gossman, but she'll hit one into the top of the tape. And no good there. Point to the Gazelles. 3-17 on the season for Yankton. Here's Cronin on the way back, and a good job getting to the knees for Pearson to dig one up. Governors defend. Here's one pushed away by Olsen, and this one is just off the near sideline. Rachel Arbach with as close of a view to that one as anybody could have. It was a good look by Olsen, but she just missed it by an inch. 7 serving 9 now. Yankton with 3 in a row. Gossman will swing. Smith digs it up for the Gazelles. Chance on the right side. No good for Berkeley Olsen, and then Pierce setting up Campbell Cronin. Too close to the net. Couldn't reach it to tap it back. Now 5 errors for the Governors, plus a serving error. Yankton with 8 points on the board, 6 helpers by the Govs. Here in this second set, Hanton will return one back to the net. Loose ball. The Governors have it. Here's Gossman tapping it back on the lob. Down the line, and this one good. That is Gracie Gutzman, a 5'10 junior with her first kill. Pierce scored 5 in a row to go up 9-4. Now Yankton scores 5 in a row, and we are tied at 9-9. We're in the second with Yankton up a set, another 30-second Coca-Cola break. And we're back with more Governor Volleyball.
Xander Auto. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal
We're talking
Credit
a real
Union,
put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for licensed details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's
Welcome
Design
back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Yankton, we asked about errors. Team has had their struggles, 3-17, but you look at the errors of both teams right now, and it's the Governors who are doing more damage to their own selves in this one than Yankton is. Governors tap one back. Yankton keeps it alive, but then it's loose at the net, and Campbell Cronin will put it into the Yankton rally with a 2-hand kill. So again, it was 4-4, then 9-4 Pierre, then 9-9 Yankton. Now 10 serving 9, and the Governors will try to start over. Soma serving. Played up by Gutzman, up to the right side, and a big shot here, too big for Berkeley Olsen. And the Governors will get another service point, opening up an 11-9 lead. Pearson plays up the next Addie Soma serve. Gutzman swings well from the left side, but Hanton with a nice dig. And Grace gets it back, bumps it away, free ball style. Now right side chance, and this one is good. Pierre got a block, and it fell fair anyway. Berkeley Olsen's second kill, first in the second set. Yankton only with 3 kills. We mentioned some of these errors that the Governors have had that have helped out the Yankton cause so far in the second game. 10-11 now. Yankton serving it up. And then off the bench again is Hallie Wertman. Yankton hitting right to left. The Governors left to right. You can watch this one at drgnews.com. Here's Gossman tapping, and again, Yankton with the block. It's a lot easier to block a tip, I imagine, than it is to block a big old swing. And the Governors, I think, are just doing a little too much tipping right now. Give Drotzman that last block point, but Wertman will miss into the net. And an 11-11 tie is broken with this rally point to the Govs and side out. 12-11, Hanton's turn from the left side of the service line to Maddie Smith, and this will be a misplay. That serve, again, too close to the net for Yankton. Elena Nelson trying to set it, but called for a double touch. Serve-receive error this time for Yankton, and it's 13-11. Here by a couple. Hanton left to right, and that one will sail a little bit on Grace. 6 serving errors for the Governors tonight, 2 of them so far here in the second set. And again, with all of the help that they seem to be providing, you just want to minimize especially the things you can control the most. Here's Browers setting up Kira Gossman. Couldn't get much on it. Smith passes it to Nelson on the dig. Pearson just a tap out. Browers has to push one away. Second touch. Here come the Gazelles again. And Schleckaway tries to reach for the Gutzman attack. couldn't keep it in play. That ball might have gone long, but Gracie Gutzman will get her second kill, both of them here in game 2. 13-13, halfway home. Or are we in the second set? Sloan Waldron playing a setup. Good swing. Savannah Fullerton, but a better dig by Hallie Wertman. Yankton clears it up, and the line judge is calling out of bounds. Yankton thinks they have a block point, but we had an antenna violation out of bounds called against Yankton, and the Governors are going to get a point. Rachel Arbach had that one called on the last touch by Yankton before Pierre even took that attack that Yankton had a good block on. So Pierre gets the point here to break the 13s tie. 14 serving 13 now. And Swenson comes up short. Ava Swenson for Pierre. Not sure if I'm just sensing it, but it just seems like there's some Governors are playing well, but there are a few who are just a little uncomfortable tonight for whatever the reason. 14-14. Bauer, good job in getting the pass on the return of serve. Pierre free balls it back. Now it's Browers punching a dig. Fullerton can't clear the net. This will be a kill for Jocelyn Pearson on the right side. And it's Yankton in front now. Governors just have not been able to keep balls in play that you would think normally they should be able to. Right to left, the serve comes from Luhlman. Anton will call the bump pass up front, and Bauer. The assist from Grace Hanton. Bauer scores her 4th of this set. Pierre had 14 kills in the first game from 5 different players combined. They've only got 3 scores and 7 total kills here in the second set so far. But Bauer with 4 of those 7s. Pierre maybe trying to stick with a hot hand. Yankton trying to get their hot hand going again. And that is the 5'7" sophomore, Jade Jerry. Just 5'7", but I tell you what, when Jade gets the vertical going, she is up high over the net. Good leaper, good swinger. And she scores 1 to make it 16-15. Yankton leads again. Jocelyn Pearson as the serve is let go by Hanton, and this one will go long. Pearson's 3rd service miss of the evening. Getting to that point like we were seeing in game number 1. It just seemed like neither team wanted to take control of that first set. Yankton ultimately won it 29-27. Here we are, 16-16. Who wants to take control of this one? Still yet to be determined. A Fullerton dig in the back row going the wrong way off of an attack by Berkeley Olson. Yankton gets the free ball back, and a little miscommunication here between the setter Luhlman and the attacker Olivia Dimmer. The set forced Dimmer to reach for it, and she could not. At the net now, Pierce seesaws back in front, 17-16. Dangerous serve again, serve return. Maddie Smith puts it back to the net. Campbell Cronin crushes it back home. 6 kills for CC. The Governors take a 2-point lead. 18-16. Here trying to knot this one up at a game apiece. A 30-second Coke break called by the Gazelles, and we're back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitts Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station can back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Pierre still has 1 left. It's 18-16. Now it's Pierre back in front with a 3-point rally. We'll try to keep it going. Savannah Fullerton deep to the right, played up by the Gazelles. I think they needed to. Here's Jerry from the middle. And this one goes up the gut and a little bit too long and too strong. 7th error of the second set for the Gazelles, and another point to Pierre. Fullerton Sends another one across. She's been serving hot and hard here, but this one too much. And the serve heads back to the visiting team. 17 serving 19 now. Dimmer. The Governors let this one go over the top of Swenson and Olsen. Hanton in the area too. I think they all agreed it was close, but it was long. Dimmer with the miss. Yankton with 3 serving errors so far in the set. 7 on the night so far as well. 20-17, Pierre by 3. They hit 20 first in the first set. Here's Cronin blocking the tap by the Gazelles. Campbell Cronin with a block point. That one close to maybe being too far over the net, but a service point nonetheless for Pierre. 21-17, Smith will play it up to Lulman, then outside to Berkeley Olsen. Pierre defends, they send it back. Swing by Cronin is defended. That's a big swing on a quick set for the Gazelles. I think that's Olsen again. No, it's not. That is number 10, Ellie Drotzman. A couple of block points for Ellie tonight. I've got that as her first swinging kill. They actually have it as her second of the night on the board. 21-18, Pierre with a cushion, but they'd sure love to be able to finish and not this matchup. Elena Nelson serving the pass up to Soma. Tap back by Cronin. And then a double touch by the Gazelles. Trying to play it back. One and done for Yankton in serve. Now 22-18 our score. We're in the second. Patty Soma sending it left to right. And from the middle, trying to keep it away from the block is Drotzman, but she will miss wide. Pierre's lead is 5. That's their biggest lead of the night. Matched back to when it was 9-4, but Yankton scored 5 straight right from there. This one is out of bounds as well. I wasn't so sure. I thought Pierre might have had a touch on that, but nobody on either side is acting like that was the case. So an error for Yankton and game point to the Governors. Soma tries a lob, and it comes up short, so Yankton will get at least one more opportunity here. 19 serving 24. Game point number 2 coming up. Workman will check in to serve for the Gazelles. She'll go up the middle, but this one is played. Now up to Gossman. And that one is good. Gossman with 5 kills in set 1. Finally gets her first one in the second set. I believe Waldron with the assist. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, game 2 goes to Pierre. 25-19 over Yankton, but we are matched up at a set apiece. Knotted up now as Yankton had the first one, 29-27. Game 3 coming up next after a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball, your official home of the
Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the quarter station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The quarter station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the quarter station and the crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kenols wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net. To visit visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym as we approach the top of the hour. 2 games in, and the Governors will serve first here in Game 3. Both teams claiming a set. It was 25-19 Pierre in that second game. And Comtech first serve of the third will start with an ace from Molly Olson. The return by Yankton, but into a double touch by one of the, or a catch, if you will, by one of the frontline players. Then Olson will come back and miss one here. So we start 1-1. We're in Game 3. Brian Oakland along with John Neff in studio tonight. Jordan Lutmer running camera for Live Ticket. Glad to have you here. Back-to-back nights of Governor Sports. Football is tomorrow. Here's Olson outside to Addison Soma, who will get a good swing and score. Governors had 9 kills to Yankton 7 in game number 2. Savannah Fullerton serving, and too much adrenaline on that one. 2-2, right back to Yankton. It'll go. I think the Governors have taken maybe the advantage in how well both teams are playing early on in the first set. I think that honor belonged to the Gazelles. Here's a push back by Pierre, and that is ruled as a double hit. Just simple things like that both teams are getting dinged on. And both teams just need to play a little bit better in that regard. Eliminate all of these unforced errors. Here's a service miss by Madeline Smith. And then another side out will be returned right back to Pierre. And a 3-3 tie. Pierre did get a couple of aces in that second game. They didn't have any in the first. Here's a miscommunicado on the part of the Yankton Gazelles. Serve return error, and J.C. Bauer will get the point here. And the Governors will take another one. Service point this time, 4 serving 3. Bauer with 6 kills on the night. 4 from that second set. Now coming up in motion is Gracie Gutzman, but Yankton will miss one long again. 5-3. Third set, still playing to 25. That wasn't enough in that first set, but it was enough for the Govs. In the second game, here is Olson to Campbell Cronin. And it's plays like that you're used to seeing at least a little bit more when Pierce starts to get in the swing of things. Quick set, hot shot. Olson with the assist, but Cronin with her team-high 8th kill now. Here's Olivia Dimmer. Blocked by Cronin. Soma in the area, too. Pierre gets it returned back to him. Hatton to Olson. Kira Gossman is blocked and denied. Now, this one through the hands of Soma, but Olson with a great save behind her. Back to Yankton. Dimmer blocked again. Yankton tries to keep it alive. Still at the net. They're able to get it away. And a little bump across. And Pierre a little confused about this, but Madeline Smith for now has the point. Pierre is going, well, they've sent Grace Hanton over to ask about it, but I think the worst thing that happened this time for the Governors is that Cronin was ready to make a break on this ball, but her feet kind of slipped out from underneath her. So 4 in a row come to an end. It's 6-4 Governors early in the third. Cronin's going right back to work on a quick set from Soma, but a good job by Hallie Wertman to keep it off the floor. She'll clear it off of the pass.
Soma taps back. Here comes Jay Jerry. Big swinger on the left side, near side this time, but Jerry will miss. Yankton, I think, it seems to me Yankton's becoming a better swinging team. They are a much more aggressive swinging team, but they are starting to miss on a number of attacks tonight. Their hitting percentage suffering as a result. A dig by Hanton back to Jerry, and then another one back to Yankton. We're back and forth. Now, as Pierre gets up in system, it'll be Brewers leaving it with Campbell Cronin, who will score again. Couple of long points there, but it is 8-4 Govs. Service point there for Pierce. Soma served it away. They'll get a tap. Will Yankton. Hatton has it to Soma. They've got another 9-4 lead. Timeout called by the Gazelles. They scored 5 straight after a timeout at this exact juncture in the second game. We'll see what happens when we return after this 30-second Coca-Cola break. You're listening to Governor Volleyball.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Second match of the week for Yankton. They had one on, no, I take that back. This is the only match of the week for the Gazelles as well. Out of that timeout, both teams with an opportunity. Here got a return. Jay Jerry swings one, but into a double hit, and it was a delayed call, but I think it was the correct call. Jerry will pick up her 6th kill of the night, first of this third game. And again, Pierre had that 9-4 lead. They led 9-4 in the second set before Yankton scored 5 in a row. Pierre, though, ultimately won that one 25-19, and we're tied at a set apiece. 9-5, Pierre returning. This one long from Cronin. Spends most of her time in the middle, but this one out on the right side. Let's try to return the serve that time. Unsuccessful. Jocelyn Pearson, the server. Played in the front row by Gossman. She'll get it back from Sloan Waldron. And Gossman brings the heat. And eats up one of the back row players for the Gazelles. And Pierre has the serve back. Leading 10-6 as Campbell Cronin checks out. Her rotation to the back line gets Grace Hanton in to serve. Hanton knuckles up on Jocelyn Pearson, and Pearson with a misplay. This is an ace for Hanton, the second of the set for Pierre. 4th overall, 11-6 now. Pierre trying to continue the build of the momentum. And there's another one. Fullerton will block Olivia Dimmer. Savannah Fullerton with a big defensive play. She gets the stuff. And Pierre will double up the Gazelles here. 12-6. Third set. The winner of this one goes up a game in this match. Hanton can't dig up this time. Berkeley Olson with a good swing out on the left side. Near side for Yankton. They'll take side out back. Just some scores here in other matches going on. Another 1-1 tie has Watertown hosting Sioux Falls, Washington. They both claimed a game so far in their match. Chance in the middle, good for Yankton, and Ellie Drotzman, the freshman, scores her 2nd of the night. 2 in a row coming back for Yankton. Sioux Falls Lincoln has the first 2 on Brookings. Harrisburg has just swept Aberdeen Central, 25-11 in the third. First and second sets were closer than that. Sioux Falls Roosevelt has swept T area as well. Dimmer serving for Yankton. Out of the reach of Waldron, who puts it back under the net. An ace for Yankton, and a 6-point hole has been cut in half. 9 serving 12. Good pass this time by Hanton. Browers goes back, set outside, and the swing for Pierre will work for Kira Gossman as Yankton tried to return it, but into the net and into a double hit. Kira Gossman with her 8th kill. Campbell Cronin has 9, but that's one of Gossman's highest totals this season. 13-9, Govs by 4. Swenson's off the bench in place of Gossman to rotate to the back line. Ava's serve returned, but Grace Hanton will dig up the Gazelles this time. Casey Bauer is dug up also. Here's Hanton to Waldron, up high for Ellie Browers, but she couldn't get it to go. Smith will lead the way. The running tapper across from Yankton, no good. Browers back line, one-hander Pearson, another one-hander, and it's across from Jade Jerry. Governors have to push it back. That was Waldron, now Smith again. Here's Jerry up high, and that one through the hands of Ellie Browers. Yankton had more chaos going on their side. Pierre maybe a little more system, but the Gazelles are the team that comes away with that point, and Pierre settles for a one-and-done in serve. 13-10. Pierre on top, game number 3, about the halfway point. Tapper on the redirect, no good for J.C. Bauer. There's a swing up front. Hanton has to get to it, and she does. Pushed back by Browers. Now a chance outside, but a block by Browers of Gracie Gutzman. Pierre tries to block again, but Yankton just keeps on coming. This is Berkeley Olson with the swinging kill. And it's back to a 2-point game. Sioux Falls Jefferson, by the way, at the Huron Arena, beat Huron in the first set, 25-11. See Huron here on Tuesday night, the next match for the Governors. Gutzman ready to take a swing for Yankton. Swenson gets to it, but puts it back too close to the net. Waldron could only wait for it to come back from the net, and it never did. Gracie Gutzman scores, and suddenly Yankton is back within 1. 12-13. When we come back, we are halfway through the third set. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Another 30-second Coke break here on River 92.7.
Smart to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit
Lucky
Union.
for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dimmick Cheese
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The South Dakota National Guard, Maher Law Office, Midco, Wagner Auto, and Stalkin Peterson Lingle, Walti Jones, LLP. Your Pierre Sports marketing partners. Big swing for J.C. Bauer that probably was going long, but it was dug up, and then Yankton on the return flies it some part of the ball over the near side antenna. And Pierre with a break here, and they take the serve back, 14-12. Ellie Brower's going to stay into serve this time, but she'll miss it to her left and out of bounds. Molly Olson, who has had some serving miscues tonight, playing back and forth with Browers, but Browers misses one herself, and it's 14-13. Browers out, Olson back into set. Allie Wertman serving, close to a foot fault that time. Saw about an inch of space in between. Olson back setting out to Savannah Fullerton, but Fullerton couldn't get the angle. This is it low. It's in the net. By golly, we're tied again. 14-14 here in the third. Tied at a set apiece. Soma passing it over, but Fullerton
sets it up. Bauer with a pretty good swing, but now coming back, it's Yankton and Pearson. Jocelyn Pearson is through the block and down, and now the Gazelles are in the lead again. Their first lead in this game since 3-2, a short-lived lead. Wertman, more room behind the line this time. Here's Bauer with a big swing. Wertman with a reaching dig, plays it. That one might have gone long as well, but when in doubt, play it up. Soma taps one off the block. Now loose ball. It's over to Pierre. Fullerton will get it back. Big swing, Savannah. And a point to the Governors for side out. Set assist from Addison Soma. Most of the noise at Riggs High Gym coming from the sub-varsity players behind the Governor bench. It's 15-15, now an ace for Ava Swenson. Nope, it's Fullerton. Savannah Fullerton's first ace of the night. That's the third in this set. Yankton had clawed back to a tie. Now Pierre back in front, 15 rather. And another one to the basketball structure. Pearson, too much on that one. That one went right into the net. And it didn't come down to Maddie Smith the way she thought it would. This is back-to-back singles for Savannah Fullerton. She'll try another. Pearson to the knees. Pretty good pass, all things considered, on a tough attempt. And set assist for Elena Nelson to Gracie Gutzman in the middle. Pierre won't handle this one. And it's back to the Governors. I should say back to Yankton with the serve. 16, serving 17. Smith serving. Pierre ducks away from it. Molly Olson, good court awareness. Too much on that one for Smith. Side out right back to the Govs. J.C. Bauer's turn. As Ava Swenson comes out, Kira Gossman is in up front. Bauer just off the net. Yankton with a keep alive, though. And they're able to free ball it away. Here is Hanton to Olson. Jump set to Cronin. And Yankton gets it back off the net. Soma did pretty good job in pushing it back, but Yankton with an opportunity. They won't take advantage. Soma to a Cronin tap. Good job by Nelson to get to that one. Here's another one for Olson. She'll go to Gossman this time. Campfire good. Kira Gossman with her third of the set. Pierre opening up now a 3-point advantage. It's 19-16. And a timeout taken by Taylor Stacy and Yankton. We'll pause with them 30 seconds in this Coke break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The third game, 19-16. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Brian Oakland. We expected an even match. That's exactly what we've got. Here trying to take control, though, to close out this second set. The winner of this one goes up 2-1. To finish that sentence. Back and forth a couple of times. We're back at it out of the Coca-Cola timeout, but Jocelyn Pearson pick up her fifth kill for the Gazelles. And a side out gives Yankton the serve back. They trail 19-17 here in the third. And it'll be Kaylor Lewellman, 5'7" junior, on to send it across. Yankton hitting from right to left in road red tonight. The Governors in home white. Hitting left to right as you watch this one. Big swing for Gossman and a Yankton touch. No argument for the Gazelles. Kira Gossman serves another. No. It is Soma rotating to serve. Here has it back. 20-17.
Here comes Olivia Dimmer. Didn't get much on it, and what she got of it, it was blocked right back by Campbell Cronin. That was a big swing by Dimmer, but I think she just maybe mistimed her jump just enough. She really didn't hit it solidly. Won't get another chance here. This one was taken by Pearson. Gossman gets it back, and the reaching dig. Good job by Smith, and then by Dimmer up front. Free ball back to Pierre. This is Schleckaway. Soma with a one-handed set, and the put away is good. Was that Cronin or Soma? They'll give it to Campbell Cronin. Or Brewers was the other opportunity. It was Soma with a one-handed set assist that time. Pierre by 5, 22-17. Jerry has to adjust in midair. Tapped it across. Pierre returns the favor. Now Jerry, big shot. Alexis Schleckaway trying to one-hand it, but unsuccessful. Jerry will score here, and it's 22-18. Here with a couple of three-point rallies, though. One to go from 14-15 down to 17-15 up. Then they had 2 in a row, and then 3 in a row again to go up 22-17. Now 18 serving 22. Hatton, return of serve, too close to the net, and a good job blocking as Waldron tried to punch it across, but there is Dimmer with an easy block point right back. Serve return always key, and that's a case in point right there. Pearson, though, short and in the net. 5'10" junior Jocelyn Pearson having a few struggles tonight in serve with 4 misses. Now 23 serving 19. The Governors have it with 2 to go before claiming their second set. My goodness, Jerry, biggest hit of the night is this one. Rolls Grace Hinton right onto her backside. I think she turned enough to have that one hit off her shoulder. We talked about the big bats some of these girls can swing, and Jerry has the fastest fastball of all the Gazelles. 23-20. Pierre returns the serve directly back again. A chance here for Berkeley Olsen. No good. Dug up. Pierre returns on the second touch. Olsen will get it back from the 10-foot line. Schleckaway with a set dig up in the air. Then Waldron. And another double hit is going to be called. Pushing it back is Hinton. Darren Buck on the ladder. That's something he's very adept at. He looks for it, and he will, if he sees, I think, any kind of rotation on the ball as it crosses the net or gets to its next destination, he will call him. Here is Gossman to the near sideline, and that one is right on the line. Good for a kill, and Gossman with another 5-kill game. She had one in the first set, has one here in the third. This one puts Pierre to game point. 24-21 as Ava Swenson, the 5'5" senior, comes in to serve. Pearson plays it up to Luhlman. Little tapper blocked, kept alive by Fullerton on the Pierce side. Here comes Bauer. That's blocked. It's out of bounds. And the Governors have won 2 sets in a row now on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Game 3 to the home team. It's Pierre 25, Yankton 21. And the Governors up 2-1 on top of the Yankton Gazelles. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We're halfway home. 2 down, 1 to go for Pierre. Halftime in our broadcast sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. 2-minute break. Game 4 is next. You're listening to Governor Volleyball and your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 in DRG.
Welcome
Provide personalized, goal-based advice.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-23.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Advantage in that set, 12-10, but the Governors doing a few other things fairly well, just a little bit better. In fact, they got their serving game going. They outscored Yankton 4-1 in serve, 2-1 in the block. And error-wise, both teams cleaned things up in that third set. You got to hand it to them. They're playing better as they go along. Governors get a attack, but then a dig returned right back. A push by Fullerton is played up by Yankton. Now Pierre has Soma to Olson. Fullerton in the middle. And Yankton is able to control it. Jerry tries to pass it back up front. It hits off the structure up top, back down, but Yankton able to clear it out. Now one of the longer volleys of the night. Here comes Jocelyn Pearson. And this one blocked by Fullerton with Olson there too, but it'll crawl on the net. End of the near side pole. And that is a point for Jade Jerry and the Yankton Gazelles. And for the first time tonight, Jerry, the sophomore, serving. Played up by Soma. Olson gets it to Bauer. Yankton will get a dig. Yankton scoring first on the Comtech opening serve of Game 4. Here at Riggs High Gym, Bauer clears one again. Yankton through the block and keeping it alive, but Pearson with a miss, low and in the net this time. Yankton will settle for one on their first service opportunity. Sioux Falls Lincoln Brookings gets a set on Sioux Falls Lincoln in the third, but Lincoln still leads in Sioux Falls, 2-1 there. We'll see Brookings 2 weeks from tonight. Here at Riggs High, a loose ball up to Addie Soma. Soma's fifth kill, and the Governors get a service point. It's 2-1. Check on other scores. We had some sweeps tonight. Watertown and Washington are at 1-1. Jefferson leading Huron now, 2-0 in the Huron Arena. Pushed back by Yankton, played up by Swenson. Now a cross-court effort by J.C. Bauer just misses. In the near corner, Bauer's back right from her vantage point. 2-2 to start the fourth set. Now it's Yankton who needs a game here. We expected a tight match. That's exactly what we've had. Some good, some errant. Let's put it that way. For both teams, there's Fullerton. Either that ball hit off the net or Yankton might have defended in the net, but we'll play on. Soma has it back for Pierre. This is Bauer, and a tough adjustment in the air for J.C. Bauer. And she will score her first kill, in fact, since the second game. 7th on the night for J.C. Here has the serve back with a 3-2 lead. Fullerton can't clear the net, though. And then it's right back to the Gazelles. We'll tie it up again. 3-3. Kaylor Lulman in to serve. Football tomorrow. The Governors welcome the 6-1 Spearfish Spartans to Phil Troutner Stadium at Hollister Field. We'll be on the air at 6:25 with that one of the pregame kickoff at 7. Big game for both of those teams tomorrow. A little disarray, but Yankton gets it away. Now the Governors with a hot shot from Campbell Cronin. Yankton actually got a couple of touches on that one somehow, but it was Cronin to put it away. Here we'll take side out again and lead 4-3. Bauer serving. Played up by Berkeley Olson. Here's Dimmer from the middle. Had to keep her feet on the floor. Olson, then Cronin. Here with a free ball back from Grace Hanton. Now another shot. Olson. Bauer with the dig. Soma will put it back in play. Hanton gets it across. Almost got one down to the campfire. Berkeley Olson retreats this time and clears away for the Gazelles. Cronin off the block again. Dig is back across. Here is Olson again. Outside right. Soma. And Yankton continues to defend. So do the Governors. Olson is dug up by Hanton. Here a Gossman softly across. Yankton with Pearson. Not much on that one. Soma to Olson to Gossman through the block, but kept alive by Lulman. Now it's Olson again. No good. Berkeley Olson for Yankton. Molly Olson for Pierre. Here is Soma, who tried to redirect near side to far side. Got a little cute on that one and could not clear the net. And a long volley point will go to the Yankton Gazelles. Long points, in my opinion, just can be such momentum boosts, especially if you win them with swinging and winning kills. That wasn't the case here for Yankton. If they do get it, the Governors have to regroup, and they do. Soma will feed Campbell Cronin. Campbell's second kill. Of this second kill of this fourth set. Here back in front by 1-5-4. Addie Soma back to return. I've got Campbell Cronin with 11 kills. They actually have her with 12 on the board. Here's Jade Jerry. And again, Yankton, I'll tell you what, if they want to continue to be successful at times here in this match, they should keep going to this young sophomore. She looked good last year as a freshman. She's scoring points here to lead Yankton tonight as well. She's got 11 unofficially. Cronin will get a chance here. That one comes short. Dimmer with a swim move to get that one off the floor. Jerry blocked once, not again. Actually, she'll follow through into the net, and she hit it long as well. Two reasons for Pierre to get a point, but it only is worth one, of course. It'll be 6 serving 5 of the green and white. And the black on black of the server, Grace Hanton, as everybody waits for Sloan Waldron to tie a shoe. 6-5 Govs. They're hoping to close this match out if they can win this one. Yankton wants to go to a 5th. Jerry power tap to Waldron. Hook shot back. Ellie Browers, and it's good. Browers can get up there. She's very good with the left hand. Gets her third kill of the evening, 7-5 Pierre. Hanton angles one to the back right. It's up to the net, and Jerry hammers another one. But once again, a lot of movement by the net. I have to assume that came from the ball off the net. And it'll be 7-6, but Yankton's serving. Elena Nelson. Setter checking back in. Here we'll play it up. Alexis Schleck away to Browers, and Ellie's shaking her head. She is not able to set that one up properly. Serve return error by the Govs. Only their third of the night. 7-7, though. We're in the fourth as Browers will set up to Fullerton here. And another double hit called. And again, a lot of those whistles, a lot of whistles for that particular reason. Officials will always interpret things a little bit differently, and sometimes you just like to sit down and have a beverage with some of these officials to discuss some of the things that they view. Certainly it's been consistent tonight. That's what Aaron Buck looks for. He's a veteran official, and he is making those calls quite frequently up on the ladder. Yankton had 3 in a row to go up 8-7. Now it's 8-8 after a service error. On the previous point, Jerry will miss. Can't get on top of this one. Another far side to near side cross-court effort that's no good. And the Governors, he saw back in front. Again, we've had a lot of lead changes tonight. A lot of evenly matched play that we did certainly expect. Here's a shot for Gutzman, and that's off the Fullerton block and down in the Governor front line. 2 and done that time for Pierre. We're tied 9-9. Game number 4. Yankton, with their only match of the week, has Beersford, a town that I've got some history in myself in my younger years, but Class A opponent for the Gazelles coming up on Monday. Big shot from the middle, but a nice dig by Swenson. Kept alive by Waldron. Cleared out by the Governors. Here comes Pearson. Two-hander. Tap over the block, and Waldron just a step late. And Jocelyn Pearson will score a service point to give Yankton the lead back. 10 serving 9 now. 4th game. Yankton won the first. The Governors got the second and third. Waldron calls off the loose ball. Free balls it back from Pierre. Off the block here, the Governors defend, and Waldron to the knees, but is over the line. And an error for Pierre. That's their 4th of the set, 5th actually, and the Governors will take a timeout. Their first in a while. They trail 11-9. We're in the 4th, but Yankton working on 3 in a row right now. Coca-Cola breaking the action. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Volleyball.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
22-7 in part by Oahe Federal Credit Union. Slumberland Furniture, Wagner Auto, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, and Ferding Electric in Pierre. Thanks for sponsoring Governor Sports, everybody. Ryan Oakland with a play-by-play as Yankton unable to keep one in play. Pearson goes to the ladder, and Mr. Buck will call that one on his side of the pin. So a misplay by the Gazelles, their 5th of the set, and Pierre gets a fortunate point. They trail 10-11. Now Ellie Brower's on to serve, but she missed the last time to her left. She'll miss again. Yankton back up by 2 again. 12-10. This is Maddie Smith to serve. Yankton libero. This one in play to Addie Soma, who will get it back from Molly Olson. Soma swings, but it's blocked right back to her. Now Olson and Soma playing catch, but Soma gets it across. Slide play, no good for Yankton. Here's a shot, and good on the line. Blocked by Olivia Dimmer. Dimmer's been quiet offensively, but she's got more defensive points now than she has kills in the offensive column. That's her 4th ace block tonight. 13-10. Yankton with their biggest lead in a while. Here comes Fullerton. Big swing, well defended. Pearson gets it through the Governor block and down, and Jocelyn Pearson continues the swing of Uncle Mo for the Yankton Gazelles. 14-10. This service run is going 3 in a row now. Here up 2-1. Hampton plays this one to Olson, who will leave it with J.C. Bauer. J.C. gets up high and taps it over toward the Yankton bench in fair play. Side out to the Govs. Here could use a little boost of momentum themselves right now. 11 serving 14. Savannah Fullerton. Good serve played up by Smith. They'll get it to Dimmer. Couldn't get much on that, but a palm shot. Played up by Fullerton. Cleared out by Campbell Cronin. As Yankton is able to defend, and then Yankton comes back offensively, and they'll get a Gracie Gutzman swinging kill out of the reach of Molly Olson. Tell you what, Pierre is up 2-1, but right now it seems like Yankton might be the team that certainly has the momentum, but the reason for that is I'm not so sure the Governors aren't just playing a little more tired than Yankton is right now. Here's Olson playing the next serve up. Soma leaves it with Bauer near side. Couldn't get it to go. Dimmer taps it back over again. Soma this time to Cronin. This time it is dug up and out of bounds. Campbell Cronin will score her third of the set, 12th of the night. Service goes back to the Govs. They still trail 12-15. Plenty of time here in game 4, but Pierre would like to close this match out if they can. Second touch into the rafters. Yankton free balls the Pierre serve back, and the redirect this time goes to Soma. Cronin was there to decoy. I think she might have been expecting that pass herself, but Olson set it up to Addie Soma. Service point, Pierce within 2. Bauer, left to right, gets it across. Pearson stays on the floor at the 10-foot line to clear it away. Now Molly Olson out to Kira Gossman, who's had a big night. Doesn't get this one to go. Berkeley Olson swings for the Gazelles. Kept alive in a long reach by Cronin. Gossman at the net. That's a 4-hit violation. Kira did not get it across. Pierre will get a couple in serve, but no closer. Yankton still leads by 3, 16-13, and Yankton gets their brightest young star back in off the bench. Jay Jerry in to play the front row. Pearson serving here. And Soma leave with Campbell Cronin. A good job returning for the Governors here. Soma passing well so far here in the set. I've got her with 5 set assists. Now 16-14. Yankton still in front, but the Govs will serve. Soma, no. That one short and in the net. Well, service errors still rearing their ugly heads for both teams. Back to Yankton it goes. 17-14 Gazelles. Dimmer across. Schleck away to the knees to play it up. Sloan Waldron leaves it with Cronin. Yankton digs the attack by Cronin. Now Hatton will call it off. She'll bump it across. Another free ball. Jerry to Lulman in the middle. No good here for Drotzman. Now a tapper by Cronin. Here fans maybe want to lift. They won't get that. Got to play on. Gossman pushes it away. Yankton back to the net. Ooh, Yankton was over the line that time, and Pierre fans saw that. Here's Gossman swinging again. Low in the net. 4-hit violation, and the Governors get a bad break. 2 times there, Pierre fans maybe were thinking that Pierre had a .1, but it's a service point on a 6th hitting error, 7th overall actually for Pierre in this set. Yankton by 4. Gossman is defended again. Here comes Jerry. That one doesn't clear the Yankton side, though. Now a Pierce side out. Puts them back within 3 again. 15-18. Grace Hatton to serve. Put up in the air by Jocelyn Pearson. Cleared out by Drotzman. Gossman in front of the 10-foot line. Gossman unable to hit it. Then, as it was blocked by Yankton, Fullerton just dug it right back up in the air. It spins over to the Gazelle side and just finds its way to the floor. Savannah Fullerton found a different way to get a kill here. And a service point, 16-18, as Jerry backs off and plays the Hatton serve. Then is Brewers with a loose ball at the net. Able to put it home. Timeout, Yankton. Taylor Stacy calling it. Coca-Cola break in the action. Pierre's back within one in the fourth. It's 18-17 Gazelles. Yankton needs this set. Governors looking to send everybody home if they can come from behind and win this one. We're back in 30 seconds with more Governor Volleyball.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey,
Welcome
Josie.
back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The Ramcota Hotel, American Bank and Trust, Zander Auto Parts, Pierre Regional Airport, and Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre, who also helps to sponsor our video when we have it. It's on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. Pierre Sports sponsors, thanks very much. Yankton coming back with a vengeance out of the timeout off of the Pierre serve, but Jade Jerry unable to keep it in play. She'll miss one long, and a Pierre 4-point deficit has been evaporated. It is 18-18 now as Grace Hatton continues to serve. Now Yankton misses low against the double block of Fullerton and Gossman. Eighth hitting error for the Gazelles as Coach Stacy will bring in substitutions a little early. Nelson back on to set, along with Gracie Gutzman. Gutzman to Nelson. Can't play the Hatton serve this time. It's an ace for Grace. Then it is 20-18, and another quick timeout called by the Gazelles. 20-18, the 2-point lead for the Governors. We'll break for another 30-second Coke break and be back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
With medical?
I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Now with a little help from the visitors, the Governors are 5 away. Governor Volleyball brought to you in part by Avera Health, May Adam Law Firm, TMA, Dakota Mart, Graham Tire, and Access Health of Fort Pierre, rounding out our Pierre Sports sponsor list. Yankton with a good play here. The Jade Jerry keep alive right in front of the student body. A good place to get distracted because those guys can make some noise. I think too many of them might have been on their phones that time, but a great pass by Jerry back to the middle up front. And Ellie Drotzman is able to put an unplayable ball home on the Governor's side. 6 in a row for the Governors comes to an end, but now Yankton will give it right back on a serve that goes long. I think that was Maddie Smith, so it stays 20-19, now 21-19 for the Govs. Some of the problems that plague Pierre, including ill-timed service errors. We see that on the Yankton side as well. Here's an effort miss, though. Gracie Gutzman on the left side hits one long, and the Governors are inching closer to what could become a 4-set victory tonight. 22-19, up by 3 with 3 to go, and Ava Swenson serves. Gutzman will play it. It stays in the back row, and a free ball comes away from the Gazelles. It'll be Hatton up to Waldron. Right-handed tap. The offhand for Ellie Brewers. Jerry gets to it. Yankton's got to scramble back into position. Here comes J.C. Bauer. Down the left sideline. Kept alive, but only momentarily. It's good for J.C. Bauer. 4 kills in this set, now 10 in the match. The Governors, on my stat sheet, have 3 players in double figures, and we've got a 23-19 score. 2 to go for the Govs. Swenson, serve, return, back to the Governors' side. Not what Yankton needed. Hanton to Sloan Waldron to Bauer, or was that Fullerton? Doesn't matter, we'll play on. Yankton got it back. They'll leave it for Fullerton here, and it's good. Savannah Fullerton's 3rd kill of the night, and the Governors, with 4 in a row, are at match point. They scored 6 in a row to get to 20. 1 Yankton side out, but then 4 in a row for Pierre. Match point with 5 to spare. Out of the net, no play. It's an Ava Swenson service ace to finish this one. And on the Gales Gas service scoreboard, the Pierre Governors defeat the Yankton Gazelles in the 4th, scoring 11 of the last 12 points in the set, coming from 18-14 down to win 25-19, and they win this match in 4 sets. 27-29, 25-19, 25-21, 25-19. The Governors end a 4-match skid as they will improve to 6-9 on the season. Yankton will win their lose their 4th straight. They are now 3-18. Good matchup for Yankton coming up in their next match when they take on Beersford. The Governors will hope to exact a little revenge against the Huron Tigers on Tuesday night here at Riggs High Gym. Scoreboard is brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. When it gets cold, and we're not that far off, use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Postgame is next, and our postgame brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We'll give you the full recap, stats, chat with the head coach. And, of course, your big plays of the game coming from Hermanson Endodontics. We'll announce a Cowboy Country Store's player of the game as well, all in our post game from Family Dental. That begins in 3 minutes. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Are you looking to make a change? A career, not just a job. Beck Motor Company is seeking a dedicated and skilled general service technician to join our dynamic team. If you're passionate about automotive service and looking for a rewarding career, we want to hear from you. 2 to 4 years required minimum related experience and or training. Flag rate or hourly options available, 401k, free individual health insurance, paid leave, a company cabin in the Black Hills, on-site gym, and more. Contact Dave Lemieux at 605-224-5912 or stop by Beck Motors for more information.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, and again, a match that we saw coming in as something that we expected to be very evenly matched up. The Pierre Governors 5-9, the Yankton Gazelles 3-17. Yankton, a little more youth. Of course, the Governors coming into this season didn't have a lot of varsity experience. Obviously, at this juncture of the year, there are no more rookies, and everybody's been playing plenty of volleyball. But tonight on the home court, it was the Governors who will come out on top in a kind of a sloppy first game that was ultimately won by Yankton 29-27. And thinking back on that first game as we start our recap in this one, by the way, welcome to your Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. There were plenty of ties, plenty of lead changes. Yankton had the early lead, though, at 6-3, and in fact, throughout that first set, they never got rid of that lead until they were leading 18-15. Then Pierre suddenly comes up with 6 in a row to take a 21-18 lead on the way to 25. Seemed like the Governors certainly had the momentum push, but leading 22-20. Yankton comes back and gets 3 in a row. It was 23-22. Then the Governors get 1, Yankton gets 1, and they had set point at 24-23. But the Governors counter that and then get another one, and then Pierre has set point at 25-24. Yankton gets a side out. Governors get another side out. They lead 26-25, but couldn't get it done there. Yankton gets a side out plus 1. The Governors get a side out. We were tied at 27-27, but Yankton scores the final 2 of that long first game, and they won it 29-27. That actually broke a 9-set losing streak for the Gazelles. They'd lost 3 straight matches, all in straight sets. Their last win was over Vermilion, in fact, in straight sets. Pierre does score the first 3 of game number 2. They built a 9-4 lead, scoring 5 in a row to break a 4-4 tie. Yankton came right back, and it was tied at 9-9. We then tied at 11 before Pierre scored 2. We then tied at 13 before Pierre got a side out, but Yankton went back in front again and led 16-15. Then Pierre scores 4 in a row, and they led 19-16. They didn't lose the lead after that. They scored another 3 in a row to almost put it out of reach at 24-18. Trade side outs from there, and the Governors win it 25-19 to tie it up at a set apiece. Early on, Yankton gets a 3-2 lead in the third. The Governors led first at 2-1, 1-0 as well. But Pierre takes a 6-3 lead in the fourth, and that was a lead that they did not relinquish until Yankton ties it at 14. In fact, takes the lead with 3 in a row from 12-14 down to 15-14 up. The Govs come right back, though, score 3 of their own, and they didn't let that lead go away, even though it got interesting. It was 23-21 at one point, but Pierre scores the final 2, and they take the third game 25-21. More of the same, though, in that fourth set, as once again, well into the set, there were lead changes. Pierre led 4-3. Pierre led 7-5. Yankton scores 3. The Govs come back with 2. They lead 9-8. Yankton scores 3 again. In fact, Yankton built a 14-10 lead, and they were the team that really got the momentum going in that fourth game. Then they led 18-14, maintaining that 4-point advantage. But the Governors decided enough was enough. They scored 6 in a row and put Yankton took the lead at 20-18 after one Yankton side out, but a serving error gave it back to Pierre. Pierre ultimately scored the last 5 points of the game, and as we say, along with that 6-point run, they scored 11 of the last 12 points in that fourth set. I made a mention at one point in that fourth game that it seemed like Yankton was the team, when they had the momentum, that was playing a little bit less tired. I thought the Governors just showed it in their faces at one point. It looked like they might have been a little bit fatigued, but boy, they found something later in that fourth game. And again, Yankton maybe they got a little bit tired because they were making some, I would say, tired mistakes, and some of the errors started to mount for the Gazelles. That did help the Governor cause to that 25-19 fourth set victory, and the Govs win this one 3-1. They'll improve to 6-9 on the season. Yankton, as one of the teams on the outside looking in, still will be in that spot when the power rankings come out once again tomorrow. Let's check the stats in this one. Offensively for the Govs, 47 kills in that column compared to 37 for the Gazelles, and I've got 3 players in double figures in the kill column. Campbell Cronin leads with 13, then Kira Gossman with 11. Kira only scored in 3 sets, and in the middle one of those, she only scored 1 kill. She had 5 in the first and 5 in the third. Didn't score in the fourth, but she did have 11 kills tonight. J.C. Bauer, solid with 10 kills as well. Then Addison Soma comes in with 6, and Savannah Fullerton 3. Actually, Ellie Browers had 4 kills, then Fullerton to round it out with 3. For the Governors, 47 overall. For the Gazelles with 13 kills, they had a lot of people scoring, but only one double-digit scorer. That's Jade Jerry, the 5'7" sophomore, with 12 kills. Gracie Gutzman, let's go with Jocelyn Pearson next in line with 7. Gracie Gutzman will check in with 6. And then Berkeley Olson with 4. Ellie Drotzman, the freshman, with 3. Olivia Dimmer with 3, the senior, who is, in my opinion, I assume her to be the offensive leader of this team, but the Governors defended her quite well tonight, to say the least. Dimmer scored 4 blocks and 3 aces, but she does have 3 kills, all that come in the first set. Kayla Lulman and Maddie Smith with 1 kill apiece. So Pierre with a 47-37 advantage in that column. We'll give you the rest of the stats. The coach, Carrie Wheelhouse, is up to join us here. Why don't we take a 60-second break? We'll get her geared up. Yeah, and we've got more coming up in our Family Dental postgame. This is Governor Volleyball.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. Their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
We're back at Ringside Gym off of a Governor win, snapping a 4-match losing streak. Coach Carrie Wheelhouse up to talk about it. Coach, a 3-1 win, I think, coming into this match. It really seemed to me like I was really expecting an even match. I wouldn't have been at all surprised had this match gone 5 sets. That first set, especially going extra points, 29-27. I kind of thought, though, that I'm going to call that game a little bit sloppy early on. Plenty of mistakes, I think, on both teams. You were kind of wondering which team was going to come out on top. But I think in the end, in the long run, I'm going to guess that losing that match kind of lit a fire under some of your players. And even though you didn't dominate the rest of the way, you still were able to maintain leads, if not get them back. And overall, played pretty well tonight.
Yeah, we came out pretty flat. I said that to the girls even in the locker room. I said, we got to figure out a way to come out and be aggressive right off the bat, and whether we need to get a massive kill right away or what we need to do. But, yeah, pretty sloppy that first set. It's just like we weren't ready. We weren't awake. I don't know if we were looking past them. I don't think that was the case. We just weren't firing on all cylinders. And so, yeah, came out in those next 3 sets and took care of business. I wish it wasn't as close as it was, but we made some errors and we'd fight to get back and then serve a ball out. And our serving was not where it needed to be tonight. And so that's one thing that we'll have to go back and work on.
Yeah, you mentioned that. And I got you double-digit errors in that department for the first time in what seems like a while. But as far as, there's plenty of plenty of offense, plenty of system tonight, but still all in all, I think you'd I don't know. It seemed more like half and half to me. And I thought this might have been an opportunity really for both teams if they're passing a little bit better to get in system. But that didn't really happen. And still less chaos on the Pierce side, I think, is the biggest reason why you come out on top.
Yeah, and we were really working on a few of the things. I just told the girls one of the things that, people don't see is our practices and what we were working on. And so there was even one time that we had 2 running our right side. One running a slide, one coming in on a 9, which we were trying to, create that confusion. I was like, okay, we actually got that ran a, what we kind of call mashed potatoes of switching around. And they ran some stuff that we've been working on. And then defense picking up on, using our hands a little bit more in the back row and doing some of that stuff. So the stuff that we're working on, they're starting to implement on the court. And so that's nice to see. That's always good to see is stuff that you're working on, they're coming back and using. And we just got to get a little more solid on that. Like I said, we've just been working on that in the last week and a half. And so some of that stuff's still a little rusty because we're just kind of getting it really rolling again. So hopefully we can keep going with that. But really, towards the end of the 4th set, it was more our sets were kind of getting off. Our setters seemed to be getting a little bit tired. So our passing was getting there, but our sets were just not getting turned as much as they needed to.
Thanks for saying that. I thought in the 4th set when it was 14-10, when it was 18-14, they had the momentum, and your girls looked like they were the ones that were tired. But in the end, you found another gear, and I think Yankton suddenly got a little bit tired, and that's why you're standing up here with a smile on your face, I guess.
Yeah, most of the girls weren't getting tired, but our setters were just getting to where they, were maybe a little lack of, focus or a little, not getting it to where they needed to be. And our hitters weren't telling them like, hey, I need it to get in a different spot. So we really kind of focused that. And one of the timeouts, like, okay, setters, you need to get them better hit, so that they can get those hits because we weren't getting our hard hits because our sets weren't getting where they needed to be.
A lot of double hits tonight, too, that were being called. That's something that different people call differently, and you've got to adjust to it. I'm not sure that you really did, but maybe that caused a little more focus throughout the evening, too.
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room as well. Chloe's like, hey, we got to adjust to that. If we're going to do a 2-handed, then we can, push and they're going to call it. Then we need to be able to roll shot it over or do something different if we know that that's what they're going to call. And the girls are like, well, why is it? And I was like, any kind of spin. If he saw any spin on the ball, he was calling it a 2-hit. So, little things we have to adjust. Like earlier in the year, we got called on some throws that they were calling carries. So we had to adjust to that. And this was just another one of those that you have to adjust to and know that if you're going to use both your hands, that you got to have it really solid.
Some extra points, some extra sets tonight. You scored 102 points. That means a lot of opportunity to get people going. I've got you with 3 double digits and 3 double-digit scores in the kill column, and scoring balance was pretty good tonight, too.
Yeah, we did a really good job of moving all of the sets around and getting them to different hitters. And so that's one of the things also that we've been really talking about is trying to get everybody involved. Because, sometimes it's just easier to set it to an outside or set it back. And so we've been really working on our setters trying to get it evenly spread out because then it's really hard to pick up on the other side for defense who we're going to. And we don't have one person that we're looking at. Their number 19, we knew when she was in the game that they were going to be going to her. And that's what we don't want on our side is who are they going to go to? Who's going to put it away? And we want those multiple girls with the double-digit kills.
And everybody actually setting up at at least 5 set assists on my sheet too. So it's really interesting. Honestly, I think in all my years of covering volleyball, I've never seen a team that has 4 setters who are all making significant contributions in a match. But you are rolling with that right now.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing about when you're running a 6-2, you really need to have a second setter because then teams go at your setter in the back row, and so. All 4 of our setters, you could put any of them in any spot, and they're going to play the game like they need to. We put Ellie up front because we need her for a hitter, and she's got that power and she's got those jumps to do some blocking for us. And Addison Soma, same thing. She's got some power and she's a really smart front row player, so we put them up front. And then, if one of if Sloan or Molly takes a back row pass, they can easily step up and set, and we still have, 2 other people.
All right. So a good win tonight. You got the weekend open, and then you get Huron back. And I know that since a couple of Tuesday nights ago in their arena, it's a match you've really wanted back. It wasn't a very well-played match, even though you did get a set. But I'm sure going in with a win gives you a lot more confidence this time around.
Yeah, and the girls are hungry to get that win against Huron. You know, they feel like that was a win that they let slip away, and so bringing them into our gym and really working on that. So, yeah, we've got the weekend off, which is nice to get some, time down at home. We'll go and support the boys tomorrow, kind of have a little bit of a lighter practice, work on a few things that we saw tonight, but go support the boys tomorrow and then have a full 2 days off and then come back on Monday ready to roll, so that we got those 3 tough games, and all 3 of those games are kind of must wins.
All right, Coach, good win tonight. Wave to Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay. And we'll see you Tuesday.
All right, thanks.
Governors defeat Yankton tonight 3-1. We've got things to talk about, including big plays, and your player of the game will come back after another 1-minute break, and we'll give you the stats when we return with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Family Dental postgame continues. I'm Brian Oakland as we thank Carrie Wheelhouse for coming up and thank the Governors for providing the fans with a victory here tonight, 3-1. Losing the first one 27-29, but coming back with the next 3, and Yankton scoring 19, 21, and 19 along the way. We gave you, gave you the kills. Once again, Pierre led by Campbell Cronin with 13, and Kira Gossman with 11, J.C. Bauer with 10. Yankton was led with a dozen by Jade Jerry for the Gazelles, 40-7-37 overall for the Governors. And I had 31 set assists for the Govs, or assisted kills, shall we say. And Addie Soma with unofficially 11 of those, 7 coming from Molly Olson, 6 from Sloan Waldron, and Ellie Browers with 5, and a couple of other individuals with assists as well, Swenson and Hatton with 1 each. So 37 unofficially there. Yankton gets the better of the blocking end, though, tonight. Olivia Dimmer with 4 block points tonight. Ellie Drotzman with a couple. Berkeley Olson with 1. 7 total for Yankton. Campbell Cronin had a couple. J.C. Bauer, Savannah Fullerton with 1 each, and a total of 4 for Pierre. Pierre got a little slow going in the serving department, but they did come up with 8 aces tonight, 2 each from Fullerton, as well as Hanton and Molly Olson, and single aces from J.C. Bauer and Ava Swenson. In fact, Swenson's was the last point of the match. There were 4 aces for Yankton, 3 from Olivia Dimmer, and 1 from Jocelyn Pearson. Serving was a bit of an issue, though, as far as the errors go in that department. 15 serving errors for Pierre. There were 12 for Yankton, so they've got to clean that up as well. As far as floor errors go, I've got Yankton with 31, 3 of them in the receiving department. Pierre with 25 errors overall, about 6 per set. But Pierre wins it 3-1 with big plays to help kind of make it all happen. And big plays in our broadcast are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. We'll hear from them. And when we come back, we'll tell you when this match turned in Pierre's favor. After this, you're listening to Governor Volleyball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics with our big plays of the game, and a lot of times our big plays turn into scoring runs. A lot of times when the Governors come up short, it is those scoring runs from their opponents that turn into big plays of the game. But tonight, we get to talk about a few scoring rallies for Pierre in this one. In that second set, sure, they had the 5-point rally that put them up 9-4. Yeah, Yankton countered that, and suddenly it was 11-9. But Pierre had a good finish to that second set, and then as they trailed in the third, they had a scoring run. I think going through the recap, I thought there was one in the third set, but basically Pierre was, again, 2 at a time, 3 at a time in most cases. But that third game featured some seesaw battles, but it was in the fourth game being down. And I think really you kind of have to go right to the end where 11 out of 12, when Pierre was looking for a way to salt this win up here tonight. Talked about the setters being tired, but everybody else kind of picked everybody up, and suddenly Pierre scores 11 of the last 12 points of the night. That, as much as anything, was a big play of the game, or big sequence of plays of the game tonight. Pierre did have a lot of 3- and 4-point rallies, though, so that was good to see from that department as well. Big plays of the game brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And, of course, we've got another order of business to name our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. We'll do that after you hear this from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
It's Cowboy Country Stores giving us our player of the game, and losing cause. There are a number of people played well for Yankton tonight. Jay Jerry, their leading scorer, with 12 kills, but also Olivia Dimmer leading the blocking and serving tonight with 4 blocks, 3 serves. Even though it was a quiet night at the net for her offensively. But the Governors spread it all around. 4 players getting at least 5 assists tonight, and 3 players in double figures in the kill column. You've got Campbell Cronin with 13, J.C. Bauer with 10. Both of them have player of the game T-shirts throughout the course of the season, but the one who scored doubles tonight that deserved it, 5 kills in the first set, 5 in the third, even though quiet in the second and fourth, but 11 kills overall for Kira Gossman, the 5'7" senior, who is tonight's player of the game. And I think that third set, especially when the Governors went up 2-1, it was Gossman who was able to find the open spaces and kind of lead the way in that third game. Kira Gossman, tonight's player of the game. We'll get her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments from Cowboy Country Stores and River 92.7 Sports. Governors coming up have Huron here at Riggs High Gym on Tuesday, and then further into next week, O'Gorman is here on Friday night. That's one of the top teams in the state. Governors will head up to Aberdeen a week from Saturday. All of those matches coming up here on River 92.7. Tuesday night, of course, a 6:30 pregame. And Governor football will be our next broadcast. It's tomorrow night. The Governors will take on the one of the top teams in the state. Yankton, by the way, is number 1 ranked, but Spearfish is right there. They're 6-1. The team that 4 years ago the Governors beat 103-0, actually 5 years ago now. But they've come a long way, folks, and this is a completely different Spearfish team. Some of those kids from that team are seniors now. It's going to be a hungry Spearfish team coming in against a Governor team that did get a win over Sturgis last week, 17-14, their first win in their previous 5 games. So a big game coming up, and what could be the home finale for this entire season for the Pierre Governors will be at Phil Troutner Stadium in Hollister Field, 6:25 in the pregame and a 7 o'clock kickoff. And John Wayne Calder will join me on the call on that one tomorrow night. We look forward to it. Want to congratulate the Pierre Governor cross country team. The boys are the ESD champions in the meet that was run at the Broadland Creek Country Club in Huron today. The Governor scores 74 points, including Caleb Morris, who finishes second in that race. A Watertown runner takes first. Yankton actually taking second place in the team totals for the boys with 77 points. They had a fifth place finisher for their best of the day. That is Brighton Olson. And meanwhile, for the girls' 5,000-meter race, it is Emery Larson of the Pierre Governors winning that race with a time of 19 minutes and 14 seconds. And that will help the Governor girls to an ESD cross-country title as they score 44 points. T-Area next in line with 51, and the Yankton girls scoring 98 points. So Emery Larson, who was the state Class B cross-country champion a year ago, winning the ESD race here. In Huron, we should say, today. So congrats to the cross-country teams. They've got their state meet in Rapid City at Hart Ranch coming up next Saturday, next week, not this weekend, but next weekend. Competitive cheer and dance was in Brandon Valley tonight. They have their state meet in Rapid City also next weekend. And if you missed it earlier in the week, the Governor boys soccer team was eliminated with the overtime loss at Sioux Falls Lincoln. So all that we have left is cross-country, competitive cheer, volleyball, and football in the fall sports schedule. Of course, again, volleyball here against Huron at Rigside Gym Tuesday night. Football tomorrow at Phil Troutner Stadium at Hollister Field taking on Spearfish. We start at 6:25. Our wishes for safe travels for the Yankton teams and fans. Yankton's next match has them against Beersford on Monday. They'll host the Class A Watchdogs, and then they've got a trip out west. They'll play along with Brookings and Watertown at Rapid City Central, Stevens, and Spearfish on Friday of next week, and then Sturgis and Douglas on Saturday. So still a lot of volleyball ahead for the Gazelles. As you travel home, though, remember to buckle up. It's the best way to save a life. Do it for your family and friends. You've got someplace to be. That's a reminder from our Office of Highway Safety in the state of South Dakota. Big thanks to John Neff for pinch hitting tonight, running our show in studio. You can rewatch this one as well. Thanks to Jordan Lutmer, who has been running camera for Live Ticket. And that'll be available when we sign off on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com and your DRG News app. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard tonight, it's the Governors 3-1 winners over the Yankton Gazelles. Game scores of 27-29, 25-19, 25-21, and 25-19. Until we meet up again tomorrow for Governor football from the stadium, I'm Brian Oakland, DRG Media Group Sports. We are your official home of the Pierre Governors. Good evening, everybody.